G'day and welcome to Half Stitch Fan with Jenny Brandis. This is mini video tutorial number 5. Continuing from the cloth stitch fan, do cross twist. This will separate our green weaving pair, and that is correct. Use this new pair as our weaving pair. Work the edge with hole stitch, pin, hole stitch, cross twist, add an extra twist on the weaving pair to go around the pin. Put up the pin and tension. This bobbin is going to be the worker back and forth through the fan. Close the pin with cross and twist, then tension. You can see that it is right as the weaver bobbin is closest to the center of the fan. Continue with cross, twist, push aside and bring in 2 more. Notice that the green weaver is continuing through while its pair is constantly changing. At the inner pin, we add a twist to return the weaver bobbin to closest to the center of the fan. It is essential that the weaver thread is always on the fan's center side to maintain good tension. Return to the fan edge by working cross and twist. The edge is hole stitch, cross, twist, add the weaver twist, put up the pin, tension, and close with cross, and twist, tension. Make sure that the weaved bobbin is towards the center of the fan. Cross, twist, and twist to go around the pin. Put up the pin and tension by pulling on the weaver thread. Working back towards the outside, cross, twist, hole stitch at the edge, cross, twist, add a pin twist, put up the pin, and close with cross, twist, and tension. Now, what I want you to do is note how these twists here are above that worker thread. Cross, twist. Notice the twist is above that thread. Cross and twist. Notice how the twist is above the weaver. Cross and twist. Check that the twist is above the line, and again. Now we are going to look at the twist below the worker. Below the worker, you can see that the twist is now forcing the threads to change pairs. This happens at each crossing of worker thread. At the pin, it is very important to add a twist so that the worker is in the right position to go back through the fan. Put up the pin. Tension. As I'm pulling down the threads, note how the threads above the workers are repositioning. This is how you neaten your half-stitch fan. Let's continue on. As we work the half-stitch, neaten as we go. Cross, twist, Notice that there is a twist above and that the twist below is on a different thread. This is what we want for half stitch. Cross and twist. The edge is worked in hole stitch to add strength to the fan. The pin twist is very important as it forces the worker bobbin back into the fan. Put up the pin and tension. Holding the worker thread, align the passives to make sure that the half stitch has been worked correctly. Close the pin with hole stitch. Tension. Always remember that the inside bobbin out of the pair is the worker's. Continue in half stitch, checking your twists are in the right places whenever you tension. Put up the pin and tension. Continue working half stitch in this manner, adding a twist to the outgoing pairs as you go. Watch how the threads above are neatening themselves. Hole stitch the edge, check your tension, half stitch through the fan to the next pin. Add the pin twist and put up the pin. As you can see, you can change the way the threads are laying by pulling on the passives. Every second passive affects the ones above the worker. As you lay aside these passives, You will notice that the original worker pair is now exiting the fan. Cross, twist, cross, twist. See how it looks wrong there? Once I pull this thread, it looks right. Cross, twist, cross, twist, cross, twist. Add the pin twist. Put up the pin. And close with cross, twist, cross, twist. Half stitch for me was difficult to get my head around, as I was working in a single colour and the threads changed partners as I worked. It was the one stitch that I didn't like to be interrupted while I'm working on it. If I have to stop partway through, I make sure to lengthen my worker thread so it is very clear which is my worker when I return. Knowing where your threads are supposed to go by looking above and below the worker thread gives you confidence. The tension on the whole stitch edge is very important, as it holds the fan all together once you remove the pins. Continue to the last pin. Cross, twist, add the pin twist, put up the pin, cross, twist to close the pin. And there you have a half stitch fan.